Hey friend, what kind of friend are you? What kind of friend are you? A couple years ago, maybe like a year ago, one of my friends called me and we were having a discussion and she was like, Jazz, I be seeing you talking on your TikTok sometimes, and when I hear you talk about God, I really tune in. I really be tuned in to what you're saying. She was like, because I be wanting to, start, and I be wanting to start reading the Bible, but I don't know where to start, and I don't know this, and I don't know that. And I told her, I was like, but you just gotta start. And this is one of my friends who met me when I was 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So we have been, we went through a lot together. Like, we was both young and we went through a lot together. We were young moms, so she didn't see me through my growth process. And a lot of people that I am friends with is very strange. It's really weird. Most people who I've been friends with don't know the side of me, or didn't know the side of me that I knew God, if you know what I mean. Like, they didn't know that side of me. Those aren't the kind of conversations that we had. We was just cool, you know what I'm saying? We was cool on a different basis, but they did not know the love that I had for God, or the love that I had for the Word of God. And to be fair, at that particular time, although I loved God, although I prayed, I wasn't really into my Bible like how I became over time. Like, I would read my Bible, but not to the degree that I am now. I wasn't really strongly knowledgeable about things in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Aside from the little bit that I knew. So it's valid. But as we were having that conversation, I remember thinking, I'm going to go and I'm going to buy her a Bible. And I went on a prowl looking for her Bible. Long story short, every time I kept going to Walmart, the freaking Walmart didn't have no Bible in English. They had Bibles in other languages, or they had children Bibles, but they did not have any Bibles in English. And I was like, dang, like, that make me miss the Bible Christian bookstores that they used to have. And so I ended up, like, that used to be at the forefront of my mind every time I would go to the store. I need to get a Bible. I need to get a Bible. But I ended up not getting her one. So I was just in the TikTok shop putting me some little TikTok wigs. And by the way, this is a little TikTok wig. You know what I'm saying? They do it slow one too. But I ended up going to the TikTok shop, looking at me some little wigs that I'm probably gonna get me. And I went over to the Christian side of TikTok shop. And as I'm looking, I seen a Bible that that I'm interested in getting. And y'all, I got a couple Bibles at my house. I've been reading out of my purple Bible. I love my Bible. Got it a couple years ago. Got it out of Walmart too. So that's why I was like, okay, Walmart, what's going on? Why y'all ain't got no Bible so I could get my friend? I know it ain't nothing but an enemy. So I go to the Christian side of the TikTok shop and I'm scrolling and I see me a Bible that I'm gonna end up getting me. And I go and I look up the Spiral Bible. Now I have a Spiral Bible. I love my Spiral Bible. Shout out to Kiara Shear, all the people they've been in my comment section talking about I've been judging her and all of this other stuff. Never judged her. Said in the beginning of the video that I love Kiki. But shout out to Kiara Shear, because I seen her a couple years ago with the Spiral Bible, and I was like, oh, this is dope. I want that because it looks like a notebook, but it's a notebook like in Bible form. So I went and I ordered the Spiral Bible, but what I didn't know was it was only the New Testament. So they do have Spiral Bibles with the Old Testament, and I want to get me a Spiral Bible in the Old Testament too, so I could be flipping to the back, to the forth, to the back, to the forth, and I could be writing my little notes in there, get my little 1-2 in while I'm reading the Word of God. So I go over there and I'm looking and I'm trying to find me a Spiral Bible with Old Testament version. So long story short, I wasn't able to end up finding it. And so I got that in my cart, and I have the other Bible that I'm gonna order in my cart. And I just go and look at my cart and I realize I got two Bibles in my cart. And then I just thought about my friend. Because I'm like, it said times 2. So I'm like, do I got 2 in there? So I go and I look and I got 2 Bibles in my cart. And I think about my friend and I said, I'm gonna keep it in my cart because you know what, Lord, that was a couple years. That was like a year ago when I was supposed to buy her a Bible, and I was never able to really come up on it. And eventually, I just stopped looking for her a Bible. And we don't really be talking like that. But I'm gonna pop up at my friend's house with this Bible, and I'm gonna bless her with this Bible. Because if you don't do nothing else in your life, as much as you love people, as many times as you may pour into somebody's life, let somebody borrow money, keep somebody's children, pray with a person, the best thing that you could do is give them God. The best thing that you could do is give them God. And so I'm gonna order this Bible. I said I'm not even finna take this out of my cart. I'm gonna order both Bibles, and I'm gonna pop up at her house, and I'm gonna get her this Bible. And if you don't understand what you're reading in that Bible, you make sure the same way you use Google for everything else, that you get your butt on Google and you type them scriptures in and you figure out your meaning. And then on the flip side, if it's something that I can assist you with, I'm so sick of the headset. If it's something that I can help you with and you want to reach out to me and I got a little piece of understanding, and I'm more than willing to share that piece of understanding with you. And baby, if I don't know and you call me, we gonna figure it out together, okay? Because as y'all should know by this point, I don't got no problem with coming and asking no questions. I don't got no problem with calling my grandma, asking her no questions, calling my mama, asking her questions, or calling my auntie and asking her a question about it. But we gonna get some understanding. Because the word says in all you're getting, get understanding. But baby, if you don't do nothing else, you make sure you give God to your friends. You make sure you give God to your children. You make sure you give God to your family. Because I don't care what you feel like you could do for a person, the best thing that you could give them is the gift of life. Listen, I had to talk to my son last night, and I was telling him, I'll do that in another video. But yeah, make sure you give God to the people that you say you care about. Friend, you finna get her a Bible and show them you know it.